in the neighborhood. Oh yeah, I know this'll be the day. Everything will be okay. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. Cry myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing on these streets. Oh yeah, ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Gonna be a good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's beautiful. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. It's a real good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Woo! It's a great, great day. It's a good day. Get up! Can't you see the sun shining? I woke up and I rolled out of bed. Got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh yeah, I know this'll be the day. Everything will be okay. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing on these streets. Oh yeah, ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Gonna be a good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all.
Good morning. How are you guys doing? Apparently I'm joining you guys from a bathroom right here, so hope you enjoy this set. You can comment in, I'll move around a little bit, and you can say what you like about this bathroom and what you don't like about the bathroom. I welcome your comments, so if there's something in particular that you like, the colors, the space, the size, whatever it happens to be, go ahead and check it out throughout today's episode and let us know. Just put them in the comments for me. Thank you, guys. And today we have two topics for you. First one is going to be on-site water recycling for residential real estate. Is this a thing that's coming to us? And I'll describe exactly what it is and gray water and what that potentially means, and go over that real quick with you guys. So I'll have a link and get that discussion in for you. And then there's the concept of broadband for all 2030. And what does that mean? So our country is trying to go to broadband for all. And all's a pretty big word. Normally it gets me a little scared when I see stuff like that. So we'll discuss what that means and the impact on real estate and where that could potentially lead us there. And then as soon as we are done here today, my goal is to end a little early. I do have an internal topic to discuss, and you guys can join me on zoommeetingwithmike.com. Immediately after today's session, we had something that came up yesterday, not a big deal, but it's an internal topic that we have to kind of make right, and I wanted to see if I could get Amy and Stacy to join me, and we'll discuss that, and they can be the primary people in the discussion, but I have some direction there on what I would like to do, and anyone else can join in so they kind of hear the discussion and see what's going on, and become part of it. But just an internal topic, again, no big deal, but you might as well be able to participate in that. So that'll be going on directly after TNT at zoommeetingwithmike.com, and I'll try to get out of touch early so we stay on time for everybody. So I think we are all covered here today. Reminder that tomorrow will be the last TNT for a little while. We're taking off all next week and then coming back after that. So we'll give you all the updates on the exact schedule tomorrow, but tomorrow TNT. After that, enjoy Christmas. That's an important item there. So water is a finite resource. How does that play into real estate and what's going on now and in the future? And is this coming to the United States that maybe we have on-site water recycling for single-family residences? We're going to discuss what that means and more in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and chat in this link and let you guys see this. It was something I saw when I was watching something on Netflix just the other day. And Hydraloop is essentially taking on-site water that you have for your home and recycling it at the home and using it in a slightly different application. So this happens to be the water system that they use, and it's allegedly very cost effective. There's many different sizes and things that you can do with the water. But what it's trying to do is take your water that you used once and recycle it, but it becomes gray water. And with this gray water, then it's used in a slightly different way. So it wouldn't go back through your pipes and you drink it, but yet it would be used for something different, like watering your lawn, maybe doing your laundry, something along those lines, but not for you to consume and drink. So when it goes through, the pipe would come through a different way. It would go through and become cleaned and purified, and then reused a second time, and then it exits your system. So it just modifies the loop and reuses it one more time. And in doing so, there's an upfront cost for said unit, but there's also lower costs on a monthly basis. There's going to be some maintenance and upkeep with this, but is this something that is important to you, and would it help out in either a new construction of a substantial property, or do you see this as something that you like because it's environmental? Water is a finite resource, and if we can use less of it and pollute less of it, then it makes things a little bit easier. So taking these internal steps, I think, is kind of a good thing here to lessen the strain for how much water we are currently using, right? So this is something they're looking into in California. They do it all over the world, and now it's kind of coming to us. It made me think about this the other day, most specifically, when I was looking at some plans for a property up in McKinney. And in doing so, the North Texas Water District has a line that's going to run directly through the property. And it has two 72-inch water mains. So 72 inches, right? So it's 6 feet across, right? That's how big the pipe is. And there's two of them running along the property. So that's a lot of water that needs to be used. And it just makes you think, how long before they would need 3 or 4 or put in new lines. And then, as we continue to grow population-wise around here, water will become an issue eventually. So if we can lessen that burden, is that a good thing? So Hydraloop is the company there. You can do some independent research yourself. But the question that comes out, we're going to take a quick poll before we end here, is would you like something like this installed in homes for either yourself and or clients if the cost of said unit was $10,000 added to the cost of the property, okay, and it repaid itself over a 15-year timeline? That's when it financially made sense, that it became more profitable after that. Given today's current water prices, would this be something that you would have an interest in for a property? Do you think it adds value? When you look at the cost of a total home, is this a good thing to do, or is it like, whatever? So let me know, chat in there. Omkar will put up a quick poll for us, and then we can get some feedback from it. So thank you guys very much there. Again, Hydraloop, the name of the company. They kind of look interesting how they look. It seems really similar to maybe what a Tesla Powerwall looks like, except bigger, but it's got like a cool look and feel to it. So I don't think that it is that big of a deal. Just assume that it comes with a new construction. You're not going in and retrofitting your home and doing those types of things. So it's a quick poll, but something that I do believe is coming towards us at some point. All right, thank you guys for your participation. Let's move on. Broadband for all 2030. Well, all the US? That's really crazy. There's a lot of really remote places. And does everybody get broadband? I have a link for you here and some information about it, but I want to just have a discussion about this and what it means from a real estate perspective. So we'll be chatting in that link here in just a second, and we're going to go ahead and show the screen here. Thank you, Omkar. And as we go down, White House wants universal broadband by 2030, but funding could take a little bit of time. But let's kind of discuss what this would mean, right? So if you're going to have broadband for all, what essentially it's going to do is allow people to live in many, many different places, right? Kind of like we saw with the virus that went on, that we were all able to kind of disperse all over, and it dramatically changed the way that real estate was and what people wanted and what they desired because they could work remotely. Well, there's still constraints on it because we don't have great internet access in certain locations. For example, we're having a very difficult time up in McKinney at the property there because we don't have what we would call suitable internet that we could operate our home office from at that property. So it's slowing us down on what we would like to do and giving us pause to wait for said infrastructure to come in, because internet is a very important resource if you're going to locate to a property. So if we have something like this go on, if and when something like this goes on, how dramatically does it change things, right? Just think, even where we are, it's not that rural to go to a lot of different places, like a lot of North McKinney. You can go up to Sherman, you start going to Denison, you go up, closer to Oklahoma, and you go to these different places, and there's a lot of space. And how do we get broadband for all into those locations? But if you had a choice, and you could maybe live at Broken Bow, Oklahoma, and have great internet in some of the more remote locations there, would that be more appealing? Would you be more likely to buy a property there? Are these things interesting, and how does it impact real estate? So, broadband for all, I think it's something that will be kind of coming towards us. I think that it's a basic service that is a utility that I believe might be, I don't know, if you start looking at it, is it a right to have great broadband, or at least have access to it in all locations? So as our government is doing infrastructure projects and they're building roads, bridges, highways, is this the same type of thing? That putting in suitable internet in locations, is that important? I don't know. I kind of think it's a big deal, and it would dramatically change what's going on with real estate. I think you'd see a lot of places kind of get left behind and then regentrified and rebuilt. But I think you'd see a lot of new places starting to get expanded upon. And conservation in those places become even more important to protect what we currently have. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That topic is covered. Hello, let's talk about the close. So I think we're done here, Omkar. We did go over 2 topics. We have on-site water recycling, and we have broadband for all in 2030. We'll discuss those items here for you guys. We just went over those. And next, we're going to have a quick discussion. If you join me on Zoom meeting with Mike, I specifically asked for Amy and Stacy to meet me. But anyone else that wants to jump in, there's a topic that came up the other day and something we're dealing with for a client. And sometimes you guys like hearing about those types of things, but it's not an item that I want to cover in this forum. So I'll be discussing that directly with them, and we'll keep the information confidential that comes out of that discussion there. But I did want to welcome and invite everybody to attend there that works with us. So jump over at Zoom meeting with Mike. I'll be there in just a second after we get these pictures all taken and Omkar closes everything up for us. Thank you, guys. Okay. So what do we have? Yes, we have people, yes, 60-40. Okay. Cool. Broadband for all. Okay, cool. Thank you very much, sir. I got no other comments on those items. Turn off the microphone.
It's a great, great day. It's a good day. Get up. Can't you see the sun shining? I woke up and I rolled out of bed. Got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.